And how much of a headwind do you expect coronavirus to be?
Well, hey, Kelly, thanks for having me on. I mean, this quarter, obviously, the big focus is Disney Plus and the direct-to-consumer strategy. On the coronavirus front, as your colleague mentioned, Shanghai and Hong Kong are already closed. We already had some headwinds at Hong Kong. I think in the grand scheme of Disney's earnings base, these are not enormous factors, but obviously they will have some impact going forward. And then in the U.S., the big focus from an earnings perspective will be whether or not coronavirus starts to impact the U.S. parks attendance at all. So far, we're not picking any of that up, but obviously that's going to be a question for tonight.
Right. What are you modeling for the financial impact right now? What do you think is priced in terms of how long those parks have to stay closed?
You know, obviously, this is such a tough situation to forecast from a spreadsheet for modeling perspective. So I don't know if I have a specific answer for you. I think the reality is they own less than 50% of the Shanghai park. Hong Kong, we had already cut that to a loss for fiscal 20 because of the political unrest in that market already. So I don't think for those two assets, there's a tremendous amount of risk around earnings for fiscal 20 relative to what was already expected by the market.
Benjamin, are you ready to declare that Disney has conquered streaming? And if so, what does it mean long term for the company?
Well, we're forecasting 22 million subscribers for Disney Plus at the end of December. But we have to be honest with ourselves. Our visibility into that number is only so good. We're looking at app download data. We're looking at other survey work we've done. So whether it's 22 million or 18 million or 27 million, I think the conclusion, big picture, is the same, which is this is an unbelievably strong start for this product, which launched in mid-November.
And they've got Europe to come, right, to add to this.
That's right. We believe they'll be launching a similar, if not larger, footprint of potential subscribers in March in Europe than they've already had in the fourth calendar quarter. So there's a lot of good things ahead. And to answer your question, whether they've conquered or not, you know, this is a multi-year bet, and we're seeing a massive global transition in television from linear to streaming. This looks like Disney's got the IP and strategy, and I think the risk tolerance to sort of build something big, but it's early.
Yeah, and so, Ben, just to kind of put a point on it, if the expectation is between 25 million subscribers, you know, what would you say the whisper number might be right now? Higher than that, or sort of more moderate end of the range?
No, I think whispers are in that range, Kelly, you just laid out. But again, there's how the stock reacts tomorrow, and then what we take away from this over a longer period of time. And if we go back to where expectations, if you were to look at my forecast for Disney Plus a year ago, you'd be making fun of me for how conservative we were. Well, you're too nice, but somebody might be. So I do think we need to step back and just take into the fact that this is a product that at least we think is off to a tremendous start and not get bogged down by a million here, a million there.
Quick thought on two things. One is the upcoming NFL rights. What's going to happen there? How much are they going to have to pay? And number two, where does Hamilton fit into all of this? They got the rights to produce the feature movie on Hamilton for something like $75 million.
Yeah, look, the NFL upcoming renewal is a very big deal for Disney and for the industry for a variety of reasons. And I think for Disney, you know, I think they want to do more with the NFL. I think ABC will play a role in that as well as ESPN. Look for Sunday Ticket maybe to come into the conversation as that contract is up. So there's a lot of stuff happening on the NFL front, and I expect some resolution during this calendar year. And I think resolution will probably be a positive for all the broadcasters involved in NFL distribution. On the Hamilton front, look, I think we're all looking for the next big franchise for Disney's movie studio. I don't think Hamilton is it, but it should be a nicely profitable film for them when it actually comes out, and every success, every hit counts.